Welcome back to Tech with Kaushik, the channel where we simplify emerging technologies and help you stay ahead of the curve. If you want to future-proof your career in tech, you are in the exact right place. Today, we are exploring the absolute biggest technology shift of this decade, AI agents, the Model Context Protocol, and the complete AI agent engineer roadmap for 2026. Look at the numbers on your screen. We are talking about a market projected to hit over $40 billion by 2030. The demand for this skill is exploding, with over 300,000 AI agent engineer jobs expected globally by 2026. And the compensation? We're seeing average salary ranges in India alone sitting between 25 lakhs to well over 50 lakhs. But what actually is an AI agent? As you can see from this architecture, it is the universal connection layer. It's an AI that seamlessly reaches out into your emails, code repositories, calendars, browsers, and databases to perform real work. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to learn, build, deploy, and lead in this space. So, let's get started. To understand where we are going, look at how rapidly tech careers have evolved just in the last 3 years. In 2023, the hottest job on the market was the prompt engineer. Your main job was to write precise instructions, guiding an LLM with words to generate a blog post or summarize text. Then, in 2024, the role evolved into the generative AI engineer. You weren't just prompting anymore. You were building actual applications with generative AI models that could handle text, audio, images, and video. But now, in 2026, we have a massive leap, the AI agent engineer. You are no longer just building tools. You are building autonomous AI systems. You are orchestrating AI that acts. Instead of chatting, your AI connects directly to web search, calendars, emails, GitHub repositories, databases, and reporting tools. This shift represents more automation, higher impact, and exponential opportunity for your career. Let's break down the evolution of intelligence in software. Historically, traditional software was deterministic, built entirely on strict rules and automation workflows. It only followed the exact instructions written by a developer to manage dashboards, enterprise systems, or inventory. Then came Phase 2, Generative AI, which gave us predictive intelligence. It could understand natural language and generate responses, acting as an assistant that could beautifully summarize a Q2 sales report when asked. But it was still passive. It waited for you to tell it what to do. Now, welcome to Phase 3, Agentic AI. This is autonomous intelligence. Instead of just generating a text response, an agentic AI takes action and achieves goals independently. Armed with tools, memory, and reasoning, it can autonomously research the web, schedule your calendar, send emails, update CRM records, and analyze data. I really want you to focus on this concept. AI takes action. It is autonomous, intelligent, and action-oriented. When an AI agent receives a task, it acts like a central executing brain. Notice how it breaks the task down at the bottom of the screen. It analyzes the request, plans the actions step by step, executes them, and verifies the results to ensure everything is completed successfully. It isn't just giving you a polite chat response. It is actively going into a browser to search for flights, sending you a formatted email, updating records in your database, interacting with cloud tools like Google Drive, Slack, Notion, and Dropbox, and finally, blocking the time on your calendar. It is executing these tasks to 100% completion across multiple platforms at once. So, how exactly does an AI agent get things done under the hood? It operates on a framework called the agent loop. This continuous cycle is the core logic that makes an agent autonomous. It starts with the think phase, where the agent analyzes the context and truly understands the goal. Next, it moves to plan, where it breaks down that complex task and creates a step-by-step action plan. Then comes act. This is where the magic happens. The agent uses external tools and APIs to execute that plan in the real world. But an intelligent agent doesn't stop blindly. It moves to observe. It evaluates the results of its action, learns from the data, and checks if the goal was met. If it hits an error, it loops right back around to adapt, improve, and evolve. This continuous intelligence is what guarantees real-world impact. Let's look at a highly practical example of this loop in action. Imagine you give your AI agent one simple prompt. Book a flight from Delhi to San Francisco on May 24th, business class. One request. Multiple actions. Zero hassle. First, the agent takes your prompt and initiates a search to find the best flights. Next, it uses a compare tool to evaluate options and prices across airlines like Air India, United, and Singapore Airlines to find the absolute best value. Once it identifies the optimal flight, it hits the booking API to secure the ticket. After booking is confirmed, it sends you a comprehensive email itinerary, and finally, it automatically updates your calendar. It analyzed, searched, booked, emailed, and scheduled, completing a multi-platform workflow in just over 2 minutes, fully autonomously. This brings us to a fundamental shift in how we must view AI. We are moving from an AI assistant to a digital worker. An AI assistant is passive. It just answers your questions. If you ask it how to analyze sales data, it will politely give you a list of 5 steps to follow. But it waits for your instructions, provides the text, and takes absolutely zero action. A digital worker, on the other hand, executes, automates, and delivers results. It understands the goal and takes autonomous action across your tools. It will actually collect and clean the data, analyze trends in your dashboards, generate the Q2 sales report document, email the sales team, and notify your Slack channel. You aren't just chatting with a bot. You are delegating complex tasks to a highly productive digital teammate. But here is the massive roadblock developers face when trying to build these digital workers. It is an absolute integration nightmare. If you look at this architecture, connecting an AI application to the real world is incredibly messy. Every single app your agent needs to talk to, GitHub, Jira, Slack, email, Notion, your databases, and calendars, has a totally different API. They require custom code, different authentication methods, varying data formats, strict rate limits, and custom error handling logic. If one API changes, your agent breaks. You end up with a tangled, unscalable web of code that results in high cost, low agility, and an application that is impossibly hard to maintain. This endless complexity is the biggest bottleneck in agentic AI today, and that perfectly sets up the revolutionary solution we will talk about next. Enter the solution, MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. The easiest way to understand MCP is to think of it as the USBC cable for artificial intelligence. Remember the days before USBC? You had a drawer full of different cables for your phone, your camera, and your laptop. It was incredibly frustrating. USBC came along and introduced one universal standard. MCP does the exact same thing, but for AI connectivity. Instead of writing custom code for every single application, MCP provides one universal connection layer. It is a standardized, plug-and-play, highly secure protocol. By implementing MCP, your AI agent instantly gains the ability to securely talk to GitHub, read emails, query databases, and summarize documents, all through a single, standardized pipeline. Let's look at the side-by-side impact. On the left is the dark age of AI development, what we call custom integration hell. Before MCP, if you wanted your agent to talk to Jira, Slack, and a database, you had to write separate, brittle, custom code for every single API. If Slack updated their authentication, your entire agent broke. It meant more code, higher costs, and endless maintenance. Now, look at the right side. After MCP, the architecture becomes beautifully simple. You have one protocol connecting to many tools. You connect your AI agent to the MCP layer once. From there, you have universal access to an entire ecosystem of tools. This means faster integration, zero brittle connections, and the ability to scale your AI systems infinitely without adding complex integration code. Let's look under the hood at the exact technical architecture of how MCP works. It operates on a clean client-server model using standardized JSON RPC communication. On the left, you have your AI agent. The agent acts as the client. When it needs to perform a task, it doesn't talk directly to a database. Instead, it sends a standardized request to the MCP server sitting in the middle. The MCP server acts as the secure bridge. It translates the agent's intent, manages the authentication, and safely executes the action on the external tools on the right, like a PostgreSQL database or a GitHub repo. The external tool runs the action, and the MCP server returns the exact result and context back to the agent so it can decide its next move. It is secure, stateful, and incredibly efficient. Now that we have the architecture, let's look at what you can build with it. Imagine an autonomous AI software engineer agent. Look at this end-to-end workflow. Step 1. The agent reads a Jira ticket asking for OAuth 2 authentication. Step 2. It autonomously writes the Python code using Fast API. Step 3. It doesn't just write code, it runs the tests. Notice the terminal window. It runs PyTest and ensures 98% test coverage before moving on. Step 4. It securely connects to GitHub and opens a clean pull request with a full summary. And finally, Step 5. It updates the Jira ticket to Done. The human engineer simply reviews the pull request and clicks Merge. We are talking about 70% faster delivery and a digital teammate working 24/7. This technology isn't just for software engineering. It is transforming human resources. Meet the AI recruiter agent. Instead of an HR team manually reading hundreds of resumes, the agent acts instantly. In Step 1, it extracts data from incoming CVs. In Step 2, it doesn't just look for keywords. It uses semantic understanding to evaluate real experience against the job role. Step 3, it shortlists the absolute best fits, giving each candidate a dynamic match percentage. But here is the agentic part. In Steps 4 and 5, it autonomously checks the hiring manager's calendar, finds an open slot, and sends a personalized Google Meet invite directly to the candidate. It completely automates the administrative heavy lifting so recruiters can focus on human connection. Customer support is also undergoing a massive revolution. A 24/7 AI support agent can handle thousands of tickets simultaneously. When a customer submits a ticket about a failed payment, the agent instantly searches the internal knowledge base to find the exact refund policy. But I want you to look closely at the escalation path on the screen. This is crucial for safe AI. If the agent calculates a high confidence score, like 92%, it resolves the ticket and updates Salesforce autonomously. But if the confidence score is low, or the issue is highly sensitive, the agent's guardrails kick in. It automatically escalates the ticket to a human manager, Priya, handing over all the context so the human can step in seamlessly. It is the perfect collaboration between AI speed and human judgment. So, who is building these incredible digital workers? You are. This is the role of the AI agent engineer. An AI agent engineer sits at the intersection of 4 major disciplines. First, software engineering. You still need to write clean code, design systems, and test your logic. Second, LLMs. You need to understand how to power the reasoning engine of your agent. Third, agent orchestration. You must know how to give the AI memory, provide it with tools, and orchestrate its actions. And fourth, the cloud. You need the infrastructure skills to deploy these systems securely at scale. You are no longer just building apps. You are building intelligent workers that think, act, and deliver real value. To become a highly paid AI agent engineer in 2026, this is the exact 5-layer skill stack you need to master. Do not try to learn everything at once. Build it layer by layer. Layer 1 is the foundation. You must be comfortable with Python, APIs, and Git. Layer 2 is the AI layer. You need to understand how to give your models memory using embeddings, vector databases, and retrieval augmented generation, or RAG. Layer 3 is the agent layer. This is the brain. You will learn orchestration frameworks like LangGraph or CrewAI. These frameworks manage the agent's thought process and route tasks. Layer 4 is the MCP layer. This is what we discussed earlier, learning how to set up MCP servers and tool calling so your agent can touch the real world. And finally, Layer 5 is deployment, taking your agent out of your local machine and scaling it to the real world using Docker, cloud platforms, and CI/CD pipelines. Master this stack, and you unlock a future-proof career with limitless possibilities. To build these systems, you need to understand the modern agent ecosystem. You are not building from scratch. You are leveraging powerful frameworks and infrastructure. Look at the central AI agent. To give it life, you use orchestration frameworks. You might use LangGraph to build stateful, multi-actor applications. If you need complex, role-playing workflows, you use CrewAI. For multi-agent conversations, You use Microsoft's AutoGen or the official OpenAI agents framework. But an agent without memory is useless. That is where vector databases come in, storing and retrieving knowledge at scale. To make the agent secure and scalable, you deploy it on cloud infrastructure. And finally, you connect it to the real world using APIs driven by the MCP layer. When you master how these modular, plug-and-play components interact, you can build enterprise-ready AI that scales from a local prototype to production. If you are wondering exactly how to prove your skills to employers, here is the official certification path to become an AI agent engineer. Your journey starts with the foundation, the AI 900. This builds your core understanding of cloud and AI concepts. Next, you move to the intermediate level with AI 102, where you learn to build practical AI solutions using Azure services. But here is where you separate yourself from the crowd, the AB 620. This is the Advanced Azure AI Agent Builder certification, focused entirely on designing intelligent, autonomous agents. Finally, you reach the expert level with AI 103, proving you can develop, deploy, and scale complex AI apps and agents. Earning these certifications guarantees you have future-ready skills, leading directly to higher demand, faster promotions, and top-tier salaries in the tech market. Certifications are great, but you need practical ability. Here is your exact, step-by-step 90-day roadmap to go from a learner to an AI agent engineer. During days 1 to 30, do not touch AI yet. Focus entirely on the foundation. Master core Python, object-oriented programming, REST APIs, JSON, and Git workflows. You need to know how software works before you can automate it. During days 31 to 60, you move to AI and RAG. Learn how to craft prompts for models like OpenAI and Claude. Understand retrieval-augmented generation, chunking, embeddings, and how to store knowledge in vector databases like Pinecone or FSS. Finally, days 61 to 90 is where everything connects. You will use frameworks like LangGraph to build the agent, integrate the MCP protocol to connect to real-world tools, and deploy your project to a cloud platform like AWS or Azure. Follow this plan consistently, and in 90 days, you will be job-ready. The fastest way to get hired is to have a portfolio that proves you can build real things. Here are 4 impactful projects you should build. Project 1, an AI developer agent. Use LangGraph and the GitHub API to build an agent that can autonomously read an issue, write the Python code, run tests in Docker, and create a pull request. Project 2, an AI recruiter. Use LangChain and Pinecone to ingest resumes, score candidates dynamically based on job requirements, and integrate with the Google Calendar API to automatically schedule interviews. You could also build an AI support agent that links a large language model to the Zendesk API to resolve tickets instantly. Or build a personal productivity agent that connects Notion and your Gmail API to summarize your emails, plan your day, and execute tasks. Build just one of these end-to-end, and your resume will immediately stand out. Now, I want you to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. We are rapidly approaching a reality where every single professional will have a personal AI agent. Look at this workspace. The AI agents are handling the heavy lifting. They are reviewing code, generating tests, screening resumes, drafting proposals, analyzing Q2 performance data, and sending out calendar invites. They are your personal AI, your digital partner, and your ultimate force multiplier. This is not a future where AI replaces professionals. This is a future where AI automates the complex, repetitive tasks, so human beings can focus entirely on strategy, creativity, and high-level growth. By learning to build these systems today, you are positioning yourself at the very center of the next industrial revolution. The future belongs to the builders. The shift toward agentic AI is happening right now, and the greatest opportunities will go to those who take action early. You have the roadmap. You understand how intelligent AI agents think, plan, and act. You know that MCP is the universal connection layer unlocking unlimited tools and seamless integration. You know the exact skill stack, and you know the projects you need to build. Do not wait for the technology to be perfect. Start small. Take the first step today. Keep learning, build consistently, and deploy boldly. You have the opportunity to solve bigger problems, create real value, and become the technical leader of tomorrow. The future is agentic. Be that builder. Before we wrap up, for the engineers watching who want to know exactly how the logic flows, let's take one final look inside an AI agent's brain. Notice the continuous intelligent loop at the bottom. Sense, reason, decide, act, reflect, evolve. When a goal is set, the agent hits the context and memory layer. It retrieves short-term interactions and long-term user preferences. It then sends that context to the planning engine to break the objective into prioritized steps. Next, it moves to tool execution, calling external APIs and interacting with systems to execute the plan. But the most critical part is the learning system. It observes the feedback, extracts insights, and dynamically adapts its future actions. This is not just a script. It is a continuously evolving cognitive architecture. And finally, if we track the exact data flow through the MCP layer, it looks like this. A user makes a natural language request. The AI agent encrypts this into a context packet and sends it to the MCP layer. The MCP server acts as the absolute authority, authenticating the identity, authorizing permissions, and intelligently routing the tool call to the database or cloud service. The system executes the action and returns a verified, structured result back to the agent. It is secure by design, highly observable, and built for massive scale. And that brings us to the end of this masterclass on AI agents, MCP, and the AI Agent Engineer Roadmap for 2026. Now, I have a question for you. Which AI agent project are you going to build first? Let me know down in the comments below. If this video gave you a clear understanding of the future of AI, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe to Tech with Kaushik for more deep dives into AI, cloud computing, and tech careers. Keep learning, keep building, and I will see you in the next video.